If your 2019 through 2024 Ram 1500 feels like there's a lag when you're trying to get it moving, this Bully Dog Thruster Throttle Booster is a mod that will make a difference for your ride. Now this does exactly as it says, offering a little boost in your throttle response for your Ram, making it more responsive when you're driving your truck and making you as the driver feel a bit more confident when you're merging on the highway or simply just trying to drive. Now it's also helpful if you've noticed the lag from larger wheels and tires, heavier armor or gear, or just notice it when you're towing and want to either reduce the lag or eliminate it altogether. Now I do want to note that this only controls the throttle response and does not tune the vehicle or change any other parameters, making it a great choice if you don't want to do that or change anything within the computer, but you do want an improvement in your drivability. The delay in when your foot hits the pedal to when your truck actually starts moving can be pretty noticeable and very annoying, but this greatly reduces that lag by intercepting the pedal signal that goes to the throttle body, making it much more sensitive. Now that helps make the truck feel a bit more alive, and this comes with multiple sensitivity adjustments that you're able to change on the fly or set and forget once you dial it in to your personal preference. Now the dial here ranges from 0 to 100. There are some guidelines or markers on the dial for 25, 50, and 75 in between, but you can really kind of dial this in and fine tune the sensitivity per your driving style. Now that makes it very easy to change and very straightforward, so you don't have to flip through a bunch of settings like other options or being locked into a certain setting. You can really fine tune the sensitivity here to your personal driving style. Now both the main control module here and the dial are made of tough plastics that are fully waterproof, and they're made to last even with constant use. Now both include mounting points to secure them down to specific points in your truck if you want to make sure that they're not moving around, and the dial does come with some adhesive as a secondary method of mounting it up to your dash. Now all of the wiring is also included. Everything is completely plug and play. You do have factory style connections here with the locks to make sure that they stay installed, and all of the wiring also comes with a protective coating of sheathing on it to make sure that those are protected underneath the dash over time. Now this is about $200, which is a middle of the road price for a throttle controller. Now one thing this kit does is keep it simple. So you don't have too many modes, too many levels, or other buttons that you need to mess with if you just want a straightforward and no fuss kit for your truck. It's also very protected thanks to the construction. So if you are hard on your truck and you're looking for something that you can really fine tune to your specific preference, then this is a great kit to consider. Install here is a 1 out of 3 wrenches on the difficulty meter, taking no longer than 15 minutes to get this all set up and mounted into your truck. It comes with all of the hardware as far as mounting it up is concerned, and again, all of the wiring to plug right in. Now at this point, we can head over to our shop and check out a detailed breakdown on how you can get this installed onto your Ram at home. So that's gonna wrap it up for what I have to say. Let's go ahead and jump into the install.
What's up folks, today we're gonna be doing some throttle boosters on our Ram, so let's get started. All right, so to get started, we're here in the driver's side of our cab because we're gonna need to go directly to our throttle pedal connector. Now what we're gonna do is grab our provided harness, which is gonna go in line between our factory harness side connector and our throttle pedal itself. So what we're gonna do is unplug the throttle pedal connector from the pedal. Then we're gonna plug this side into the harness side connector and then the other side into the pedal itself. Now this is going to be very difficult to see because it is tucked up in the bottom of our dash in our footwell area, but this connector works very simply. This, if you push it in, locks the connector in place. Pulling it out, as the factory style is as well, will release this connector. We'll pop this out, we'll plug this in line, and then we'll plug everything back into our pedal. We're also going to plug our module into our other side of our harness. So we've got our module. We're going to plug that in first. Just gets it right out of the way. Make sure that locks into place. Now we'll get in there and plug this in. All right, so now we're going to reach up to our throttle pedal and unplug that connector. So once again, as I described, just like with your new harness, you're going to pop that retainer out and your plug will come right out. We can plug our adapter harness in to the connector side. and lock that retainer back in. And we'll go to our pedal itself with the other side of our inline adapter harness and lock that connector in as well. And once we have that in place, we can grab our controller section of our harness. We'll plug that in. Make sure that snaps in. Then we're going to secure this to a position on our dash. Now, with this part, you do have the freedom to kind of put it wherever you want. You have enough harness to reach wherever. There's not really any room to run through up under your steering column because this fabric kind of covers everything. So we're just going to stick ours in an easily accessible spot. And your kit comes with Velcro, two-sided. We'll grab that, move the adhesive off of one side, and stick that to the back side of our controller. We'll remove the cover off the other side. And again, we're just going to stick this in a nice, easily accessible spot. And once you're done with that, you will notice you have a lot of extra harness. We need to secure this up out of the way, and the main goal of this is to not be in the way of your steering shaft, your brake pedal, or your gas pedal, because you want to retain full function of all that. So your kit also comes with zip ties, so we'll get under the dash and secure this up out of the way in a safe manner. All right, so now we'll grab some of our provided zip ties from our kit. We're going to take our excess harness and our module as well. Secure that up out of the way. Again, the main goal is to keep this out of the way of your pedals, so you retain full function there. We do have this hanging down a bit, but we can tuck that back in. We'll take all of our excess harness, bring that up and under. We'll secure this out of the way as well. Now once you have that secured, you want to do a double check to make sure your pedals all move freely and your steering shaft is not being rubbed on. So the controller for this throttle booster system is a very simple analog setup. Now you have marks from 0 all the way to 100. 0 is going to be factory pedal feel, no boost at all. And once you start to move that up, you can move it in percentages of increase of throttle response all the way up to 100. And you can set it anywhere in between to your personal preference. And then if you want to go back to a stock pedal, you just click that back over to 0. So anywhere in between here. Again, this is all percentage based. So you dial that all the way up or all the way down or anywhere in between. Alrighty folks, that about wraps up our review and install of our Bully Dog Thruster Throttle Booster for your 19 to 24 Ram 1500. Thanks for watching, and as always, for everything Ram, keep it right here at AmericanTrucks.com.